Hey, it's Meatball.
And Mark.
And this is the Rocker Morning Show on demand from 107.7 RKR.
Kalamazoo's Rock Station 107.7 RKR. It is the Rocker Morning Show with Meatball.
And Mark Frankhouse.
Well, how are you, man?
I'm doing good, dude.
Yeah.
We're almost to the weekend. It's much needed over here.
Yeah. It's snowing again. I mentioned
It
that.
is. It is.
Is this what real winter is supposed to be like in Michigan?
Yes.
Okay.
This is what a normal winter is supposed to look like. We're just like, ooh, it's snowing.
Yeah.
Like it's this mystical thing, but
we haven't really seen, because like that's the thing is like I've been here, it'll be 2 years in on Easter.
Right.
And like everyone has told me that the 2 winters I've been here now, like these are not typical winters. Like we had a couple of snowstorms last year, but then most of that was gone within a week. Like I could see most of the ground most of the year, you know, and everyone's like, no, this is not typical. This is not what it's supposed to look like.
Right.
And then all of a sudden we switch over to 2024. Mother Nature's like, winter, go. And now it's here. So like this is, I don't think I've ever seen snow stay on the ground this long in my entire life. This is a new experience for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting.
I like this. Not so much the roads. Like the road situation is not great, but also that I think has more to do with the fact that it was minus 5 degrees
True.
than anything else.
Yeah. I'm really not too bothered by it. I was bothered by it when I had a, once in a lifetime show I was supposed to go to, but now that it's just like, now I'm just going home to visit family. It's like, yeah, I'll brave the elements. I'll be all right.
Yeah. But no, I think I made the right move in moving up here. Cause like back home, everyone was talking about the cold, but they got some snow, but nothing like this. Mm-hmm. So I really like this. I like the cooler weather. I like snow in moderation. I did manage to get my back door unfrozen yesterday.
Very nice.
That was good. The sun poked out for about an hour or so. So it got on that part of the door. I gave it a good pull and it popped open. I thought I broke it, honestly.
Oh gosh.
Cause I pulled on it and it goes crack. I was like, oh no. Oh no. But I did manage to get it shut again. And then something else very curious, this storm now, we've basically been getting snow and cold weather and whatnot for about a week now. Mm-hmm. My neighbor has not cleaned off his vehicle yet.
Yeah, there are some cars in the neighborhood that are like that where I'm like, are you guys dead?
Do you go anywhere? I think he's alive. Cause I'm pretty sure I've seen his dog's like paw prints in the snow, but then it snows every other day and they get covered up. So I can't confirm. I'll be like drag the police and be like, look, paw prints. And they're like, no, sir, I don't see those.
Right.
You're deranged. I don't believe you. Where's the evidence? But no, should I do a welfare check on him?
Maybe. Can I have your car?
I mean, if he didn't get up and do anything after I nearly broke my back door yesterday, right. I'm pretty sure that woke the entire building.
Then RKR. It's the Rocker Morning Show with Mark Frankhouse.
And Meatball.
Yeah, Meatball, there are bears in Michigan.
Right.
And I don't know if you've witnessed one yet.
Have not seen one with my own eyes. I think last year they saw a whole bunch, at least a couple of them up around as far south as Grand Rapids. I think.
I was kind of bummed, man. I was kind of hoping to not necessarily run into a bear when I was in the Upper Peninsula, but at least
I really wanted to run into a bear.
Well, I took.
You stayed at a hotel next to bears.
It was like
right?
an Airbnb.
Yeah,
but it was in the middle of the woods. You know, so I was hoping on my morning walks with Scarlett, I would catch one, but I never did. And somebody in Gaylord has tricked an entire group into thinking that there are polar bears in Michigan. They posted, this is up here on the Rocker app. You guys got to see this. I got a link to this photo. So damn funny. It's it's a road and it's got a mother polar bear and her 2 cubs with her.
Okay.
Walking down the street and there's a snow plow in the distance. And someone was like, oh my gosh, this is walking down McCoy Road there by Crease Road. And there were some people in this group that were like, are you serious?
No.
No
way. People believe that?
People actually believed it. Now, here's the best part. People were actually coming out with the jokes because they were like, oh yeah, they're real. They're definitely real. I saw it myself. I was there. Another person.
I seen it, man. I was there when it happened.
Yeah, someone was like, are the people asking if this is true for real? The post is funny, but how dumb do you have to be to not only know there are no polar bears in the lower part of Michigan? They're all in the UP. Yeah, somebody actually crossed over to the multiverse between Cocaine Bear and the Coke Bears. They said it's them Coke Bears looking for something to sniff before they go on a crazy rampage throughout our town. Somebody call the police.
I mean, honestly, with the temperatures and the snow that we've gotten, it wouldn't surprise me if like they were in camouflage and running around down here, you know?
Listen, if somebody's going to have to make the distinction here, you're going to have to be very elaborate with this. I don't know if you've seen Cocaine Bear. There is a big difference. If it says, oh, look out, it's the Coke Bears. And I'm like, Coca-Cola or cocaine bears? Because depending on which, two very opposite things are about to happen. You're either going to enjoy a delicious beverage or be torn head to toe. And I ain't trying to die.
I would love a Coke, though.
You got the right one.
Yay!
That's Pepsi.
It's time to turn up your dials and tune out the traffic because we're playing The Daily 5 on the Rocker Morning Show. Testing the mental magnitude of your favorite morning monkeys on the radio. And now, your hosts for The Daily 5, Meatball and Mark Frank House.
It is the Daily 5 where Mark and I ask each other questions. The other one answers. Today, Mark is asking the questions. I am answering. I got some help on the line this morning from Josh. Good morning, Josh. How are you?
Good.
Awesome, Josh. You got to help Meatball get 3 out of 5 questions correct. If you do, you will help Meatball tie the score. If not, I will take the win for the week.
You can't let it happen, Josh.
All right.
You can't let it happen.
All right. Question number 1 is literature.
All right.
The book Aladdin takes place in what country? Is it China, Egypt, or Iraq?
I believe it's Iraq.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
Because you're talking about like sultans and stuff. That wasn't Egypt and that wasn't China. That was Middle East. If you're good with it, I'm going to say Iraq. Final answer.
Yep, I'm good with it.
All right,
Iraq. Final answer. The movie was based in Agrabah, which is a made-up place.
Yeah.
But the book, Aladdin, was actually based in China.
No, that's wrong. I don't believe it.
Well, you're wrong there, too. That's 2 wrong answers. My bad. All right, you got this, though. You got 4 more questions. You're good.
Stupid Disney stretching the truth.
Right. History.
All right.
Question number 2. What was Memorial Day once referred to as? Was it Decoration Day, Honorary Day, or Memento Day? What was Memorial Day once called? Decoration Day, Honorary Day, or Memento Day?
I don't know why, but the word memento is always funny to me because all I can think of is Mentos. And dropping them in Diet Coke and it makes a mess. So that
we're here to honor the dead with the Fresh Maker.
Yeah, not doing that. Josh, I kind of want to say it's Decoration Day, unless you think otherwise.
Yeah, I think it would be Decoration.
Let's go with that.
Makes the most sense.
Yeah, I'm with Josh. It makes the most sense. Decoration Day, final answer.
It was Decoration Day. Yep.
All right.
That changed. I think that was around Civil War era.
Yeah. That makes
All
sense.
right. Even it up here. Geography is question number 3. What state has the business with the oldest known assigned phone number? Is it Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, or New York?
Oh,
The oldest known assigned phone number that still exists. Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, or New York?
My gut initially said Pennsylvania.
Yeah, if not, it would be New York, but I would say Pennsylvania.
Because there's that, Alexander Graham Bell, the Liberty Bell. I don't know if that's the connection I'm making.
The Liberty Bell's in Boston.
What?
You said the Liberty Bell.
Yeah, it's in Philadelphia.
Oh, it's in Philadelphia. Dirt.
I should ask that question. All right. Josh is kind of feeling the same way. I think we're going to go with Pennsylvania. Final answer. No.
It is New York.
Ah, dang it.
The number in the Glenn Miller's orchestra hit song Pennsylvania 65000.
Yeah.
It's actually the number of the Hotel Pennsylvania in New York City.
Okay.
Wow.
All right, you got to get this one right. You got to run the table here.
All right,
you got
so
this, though.
Mark is in trickery mode today. Just keep that in mind.
Trickery mode. History. Going back at it. Back in the 16th century, English residents used to eat what odd thing for Lent? Toasted paper, poisoned pancakes, or blood soup?
Wow. For Lent?
Yes.
Does blood soup count as meat? Because you can't eat meat during Lent, you know?
Right.
Poisoned pancakes? That's weird. I mean, all of it's weird. I have no idea.
Toasted paper, poisoned pancakes, or blood soup?
I'm not coming up with any connection there other than I think blood soup is out because it's Lent. But I mean, at the same time, it's the one that sounds the most like food.
Gonna need an answer.
What do you think, Josh?
What was the toasted paper, blood soup, and what was the third one?
Poisoned pancakes. Gotta get an answer.
I guess I'm kind of feeling blood soup, Josh.
Yeah, we're going to have to do it.
All right, let's go blood soup. Final answer.
Although blood soup was eaten at one point, it was actually poisoned pancakes.
Why? That's so...
Yeah, they made these pancakes out of the tansy flour, which is poisonous.
Did they know that at the time?
I don't know if they knew it at the time, but they were poisonous and they were eating it.
Man, these pancakes taste great, but I feel awful after
I feel like
every
I'm
one of
gonna
them.
die.
Oh, happy Lent.
They were to die for, so to speak. Well, sadly... could not get the victory for the week. I will take the point.
But Josh wins. Josh, we got $20 in Michigan Lottery scratch tickets for you, man.
Congratulations, Josh.
Thank you.
All right.
That's enough of that.
That's enough of that.
Stop
All
it.
right. All right. Well, congratulations, Josh. Thank you for hanging out with us today, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you for the fun.
Kalamazoo's Rock Station 107.7 RKR. It is the Rock Morning Show with Meatball.
And Mark Frankhouse.
All right, I'm going to play a little game with you since I lost trivia. I'm going to see if I can stump you on this one.
Okay.
What is the most, is the most popular football player in the state of Michigan?
Oh, popular football player in the state of Michigan.
Most popular football player in the state of Michigan. No way you're going to get it.
Well, I guess, is this just like NFL?
It is most popular football player. So it could be college, high school, pro, anything.
Really? Man, that is a tricky question. I don't know. I'll just say Lamar Jackson. I have no idea.
No, but I mean, in a weird way, you're kind of on the right track.
Really?
Because it's not any Michigan football player.
Really?
No University of Michigan, no Michigan State, no Western, Central, not even a Lions player. Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, none of them on this. Are you ready to hear the most popular football player in the entire state of Michigan?
Sure, yeah.
It's Travis Kelce
Oh, God.
of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Says who?
This survey. It's official.
Survey.
The survey said so.
Survey.
The survey on the rocker.
Done by realwebsite.
You got to
Random
talk to
survey.
Jake Black. He did the story.
What a goofball.
Survey was
See what happens when Pittsburgh gets eliminated? He just starts going off the rails.
But no, apparently, according to this survey, this real survey, Travis Kelce is the most popular football player in the state of Michigan.
Ugh.
But I can kind of see this because I would argue that Swifties outnumber football fans, and now Swifties are football fans, Yeah,
and
there's the Travis Kelce.
for now, at least. Till that ends.
No,
and then they're
that
gonna
is
dip
true.
out.
That's true love, Mark. It is not going to fail.
Yeah, 84th time's a charm, just like me. It happens.
It's so messed up.
Read a comic book.
How can you not believe in love, Mark? Come on.
I didn't say I don't believe in love.
Okay. But
That ain't love, though.
Yeah, so
That's another album.
but yeah, Travis Kelce beat out every single Michigan football player. What makes this worse, though, is we all know where Travis Kelce's from, right?
Where's he from?
He's from Ohio. Went to school at Cincinnati with his brother, Jason. And see, that double hurts me because Jason was an Eagle, too. So I'm just like, I hate that I love this guy. But yeah, I think the Swifties have finally outnumbered the NFLers.
Wow. It's a bold claim there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But Travis Kelce's brother, he's done, right? Because I heard him and the Eagles are never, ever, ever getting back together. If you're upset by that, Meatball, you can just shake it off.
I'm not upset by it at all. I kind of love it, actually.
The Rocker Morning Show.
Mark and Meatball, thank you so much.
Always honoring the gods of rock and roll.
Robert Lamb of Chicago, joining us on the Rocker Morning Show.
Keeping rock and roll alive in Southwest Michigan. Kalamazoo's Rock Station. 107.7 ARC.
Kalamazoo's Rock Station, 107.7 RKR. It's the Rocker Morning Show with Mark Frankhouse.
And Meatball.
Hey, Meatball, we were talking about how somebody in Gaylord tricked everybody into thinking that there are polar bears in Gaylord, but that ain't the case, obviously. It's a joke.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. No, it's not.
Yeah. There's apparently now an orca whale in Lansing, but this thing is awesome.
Aren't those saltwater mammals?
No, this one is a freshwater mammal, actually.
A land mammal?
Land mammal. It's a land whale. The land shark, that old SNL skit. Anyway, there's a guy who spent 10 hours making a snow sculpture of an orca whale, and it looks amazing. And not only did he make the sculpture look like a whale, he spray painted it like a whale coming out of the water.
That's so cool. Even got like the little teeth and the tongue.
Yeah, you
That's
can check
so
this
cool.
out. It's up here on the 107.7 RKR app. There's actually a video of this guy making it. And it's pretty crazy, man. He's just like, I went outside and I felt the snow and it was like soft and like clay and Play-Doh.
Yeah.
And he's like, I didn't have an idea until I thought of the movie Free Willy and said, I'm going to make a whale. Why Free Willy was the first thing that popped into his head, I have no idea.
That's the first thing I think of when I walk outside and see a bunch of snow is
Right.
Free Willy. Not literally every snowman movie possible.
Like, we get it, dude. You spent the entire snowstorm inside binging on your old VHS tapes. It's all good. No judgment.
I wonder how many times that dude's been to SeaWorld. You know? A lot.
I was going to say, you could just take this right up there. This looks pretty good, man.
It does look pretty good. But yeah, that's going to distract. Can you imagine? Like driving down the road and Michigan being a state where, you know, cannabis is legal.
Right.
Maybe you have partook and you see a whale. You see a killer whale.
There's a whale in this guy's yard, I swear.
This guy is in for some trouble though when this melts because he spray painted the whale, right?
Yeah.
He spray painted the orca. So when this melts, he's just going to have this flat painted
God
orca on his lawn.
It's going to look smashed like it was deserted on the beach shore. Your whale's looking a little limp. Oh, you know.
Kalamazoo's Rock Station 107.7 RKR. It's the Rock Morning Show with Meatball.
And Mark Frankhouse.
Lions fans going to be celebrating after midnight quite a bit, I think, after the game on Sunday. No matter the outcome, like it's going to be an emotional time, I think, because the Lions now have two playoff games, two home playoff games in the same year, which is pretty amazing. But last Sunday was a huge deal because it was the first time the Lions had won a home playoff game since 1992. And while they were celebrating if you weren't watching a Dallas station, you got to see this on TV. Mm-hmm. The cameraman panned to a gentleman in the crowd in the stands that was very obviously emotional over what was happening. And one of the commentators said that man embodies all of Detroit right now. I mean, I would say arguably more than Detroit. But I mean, it was a long time coming.
Yeah.
Now that man, his name is Aaron Joseph, and I'm not going to even try to pronounce his last name because I don't want to butcher it. I'm going to be a nice person. But his name was Aaron. He was actually surprised with tickets to this game. His brother got him for him. at the last second and said, hey, we're going to see the Lions in the playoffs. So he went with his brother. Game ended. He got emotional. So Aaron has been telling his story about what happened. Like many people growing up in Detroit, in the Detroit area, in Michigan, he and his dad used to go to Lions games a lot. In fact, his dad had season tickets to go see the Lions on a regular basis.
Yeah.
He was an iron worker. Joseph Allen was his name. He was an iron worker in Detroit, and actually he helped build Ford Field.
Oh, wow.
He was part of that crew that helped build Ford Field. They saw tons of games at the Silverdome. It was just him and his dad. They actually got to see the last game in the Silverdome against the Cowboys. It's very, great father-son bonding, right? Mm-hmm. Well, his dad, unfortunately, died 2 years after, all this had happened. 2014, I believe. I think that's the year. Aaron was only 14. 2004, sorry. Aaron was only 14 when this happened, and it was obviously a big emotional moment for him. He'd been to some Lions games and whatnot, but for him to come to that game, and he tells the story that his brother surprised him with the tickets. He came to the game. He was emotional the whole time watching the game, but then when Jared Goff got that last first down, he goes, it was a full circle moment, and he goes, I didn't know my dad as an adult because, and now that I am an adult, it's hard for me to, kind of relate to that stuff. He goes, but in that moment I was 14 again and I just broke, he just became very emotional. And that is just, one of many stories that I think so many other Lions fans can relate to.
Yeah, that was an intense moment. You knew it wasn't just like a super fan just happy that the team won. There was something else behind it.
Yeah.
Because
there were plenty of fans in the stands, super fans that were just like, yes, we did it. Thank God. They were cheering. There was definitely something extra there with this kid.
Yeah. And now he's been gifted game tickets to the next game, too.
He has. They got him tickets?
Yep.
Good.
They got him tickets.
Thank God. I knew they were looking for tickets. That makes me so happy, man.
Yeah.
But this is, I saw something the other day. One of the linemen for the Lions was pumping gas the other day, and somebody just randomly walked up and said, you don't know how much it means to me and my family that you guys won that game.
Yeah. Oh, I think that was Montgomery.
That's what it was. It was Montgomery. Yeah. So Sunday is going to be another emotional one. And I'm not going to lie, man. I think even Packers fans have to be behind the Lions at this point.
Yeah, it's going to be an intense game for sure. There's no free meal ticket here. They're going to have to play a really good game. Mm-hmm. Vegas is being very charitable, giving them at least 7 points, I think, last time I saw. But they're going to have to play a good game. They can't. They're not going to go out there and blow these guys out by 40.
No.
So I hear a lot of Detroit fans on the other side of the state are just like, ha! Easy work. I'm like, no.
These teams in the playoffs for a reason.
Chill out. You've won one playoff game in the last 32 years. Take a deep breath. Realize what's at stake here. Don't be cocky. Be confident.
Yeah. Take it from this Cowboys fan. One playoff win in 30 years is yeah.
And if you see this kid at the game, buy him a beer. He earned it.
Oh, my God. Yes. Kalamazoo's Rock Station 107.7 RKR. It is the Rocker Morning Show with Meatball.
And Mark Frankhouse.
You probably already know this, but what is the deepest lake in Michigan?
Isn't it Superior?
It is Lake Superior.
Okay, that's what
in fact, if you took two of the Centennial Center, the tall building in Detroit.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? If you took two of those and stacked them on top of each other, the deepest point in Lake Superior,
oh my gosh,
you would have only about 120 feet of the top of the second building sticking out of the water.
That is pretty nuts.
It's very, very deep.
It's a big old building.
Do you know what the deepest inland lake is? So none of the Great Lakes.
Inland lake. Mm-hmm. That's a tough one. Is it, man, I don't know. No, I don't know what it would be.
It is Torch Lake.
Oh, dang it. That was going to be the one.
Yep. Torch Lake, not only one of the most beautiful lakes in the state of Michigan.
Yeah.
But it is the deepest lake in all of Michigan. Now, you want to talk, people are like, oh, the biggest lake or whatever. The biggest lake as far as area is Houghton Lake. It is the largest, but it is also at its deepest point only 20 feet deep.
Oh, man.
So, biggest, yes. Deepest, no, not even close. Torch Lake covers 18,770 acres and is 285 feet deep.
Wow.
For reference, because we're Americans, we don't measure things in normal distances. Mm-hmm. If you were to stack two statues of Liberty on top of each other, the only thing sticking out of the water would be the second statue's torch in hand.
Wow.
That's how deep Torch Lake is.
That's massive. I didn't realize it was that deep.
It is very deep. In fact, it is deeper than Lake Erie.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Lake Erie is like 218 feet deep or something to that effect.
Just deep enough to hide the sea monster. Bessie.
Just imagine, if you got a sea monster that can live in that shallow water in Lake Erie, like maybe there's something in Torch Lake too.
Don't put that on me. I plan on going there this summer. I ain't trying to hear that.
You got Bessie in Lake Erie and Torchy in Torch Lake. Is that? Kalamazoo's Rock Station 107.7. RKR is the Rocker Morning Show with Meatball.
And Mark Frankhouse.
You know those digital traffic signs you see on like major highways and interstates that come up with like accident ahead, or it can inform you like the weather and things like that. Have you seen them with like those funny sayings on them,
I've seen the ones that are like zombie apocalypse up ahead, like that kind of nonsense.
So those are the ones that have like been hacked. Somebody's jumped in there and they've made their own message and stuff. But then there's the ones where like the highway department does it intentionally, where it's like get your head out of your apps, drive safe,
Nice, yes.
That kind of stuff. What is it? Don't drive Star Spangled Hammered during the 4th of July.
That's great.
Yeah,
that's smart.
That's fun stuff, right? And it's memorable. You're going to remember these great PSAs about things you shouldn't be doing while you're driving. Ways to drive safe, right? A new federal law is about to ban those in the state of Michigan.
Oh, why?
Because the federal government sucks the fun out of everything. That's why. No, they say putting funny sayings and pop culture references and stuff on the signs could diminish the respect for the sign. The regulatory agency says that such messages can be misunderstood or distracting to drivers, and that signs should be simple, direct, brief, legible, and clear.
Boring.
Exactly.
Like, who's going to see a very direct, stern message and go, yes, sir, and salute the sign? Like, give me a break.
You know what I don't remember? A sign that says buckle up.
Yeah, right.
You know what I do remember? A sign that says seatbelts always pass the vibe check.
Right. Like, who's going to see a buckle up sign and go, oh my gosh, you're right.
Right.
Like,
or a sign that says, I'm just a sign asking drivers to use their turn signals. Like the self-awareness of signs. I think that's great. I remember that stuff. And it reminds me, it's like, oh, I saw this great sign about buckling up. Oh yeah, I should probably do that.
Mm-hmm.
This will make me not look at those signs anymore.
Right. I'll just ignore them now.
And now I won't know there's traffic in front of me because I was looking for the funny thing and now they're not there, so I don't care.
Yeah. No entertainment while you drive long drives and keep you awake.
This is dumb. It's stupid.
It's a bad call, man. Bad form.
So
I'll never forgive him for this.
Michigan has 2 years to stop doing this. So we got 2 years to get as many funny sayings on signs as possible.
Nice. At least we got that.
Yeah. I really like this one. Like, I saw this one time. It was like visiting the in-laws. Slow down. Get there late.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Ruthless.
Federal government just doesn't know how to have fun, man.
No way. No way.
Shocking.
They're the life of the party.
This is my shock